Yeah, feeling.
My bad.
No, it's all good. No bad, nothing. It's all good. I'm just seeing what's up.
Let's see, man. Some of this is blank, so let's see what's on here. Not sure. Yeah, I'll just throw all the beats I think that you were working on, or you liked, and then I'll do something with it.
The man Jay-Meezy.
Easy.
Jaymar, aka All Key.
Yes, sir.
So I met Jaymar back in, I want to say it was 2000. It was either 2007, 2008. So
Sounds right to me.
yep,
That's when I was living in Oakland.
it's been a long time coming. We've got dope history with each other.
All day.
We started a group back then called Associated Fresh. We did a lot of pretty legendary shit at the time. It was like lightning in a bottle, basically. But we were part of some dope shit. We started some dope shit. Just was a good time.
No other but the four, the A-double-S-O-C-I-A. You know the rest. You know the rest. Associated Press, I helped build that. Claire. I'm going all out for my.
That shit was crazy, man. Gigio was young as hell. Long ass hair.
Oh man.
We met through Adrian. Adrian had found, I don't even know if you had an album out or maybe you were working on an album.
When I first met Drendo,
You might have like a
I was really out of high school when Drendo like found me. So I hadn't really like nothing. It's nothing that I would like even mention now, other than the fact that I was out of high school and I had a little reputation for rapping, and he hit me up on a MySpace. But then
that's what it was. I think he heard a couple of your MySpace songs, and he was just like, "Oh, boom, boom," and then he invited you out, and yeah, I think I just got home from work.
Yeah, you were there the first time I linked up with him.
Yeah. I came home from work, and then he was like, "Oh, this is Jaymar. This is Gigio." And then he told you, he's like, "Oh yeah, like Jaymar makes beats too." You're like, "Oh shit, like let me hear some stuff." So then yeah, that's like the first link up. I'm not gonna lie, this little slick ass dude right here went up on the computer and straight up took a couple of my beats. But the songs were dope, so I was like, damn, kind of like I was upset, but I was also like genuinely like pleased with the songs that he wrote, and then that's kind of what started it. To be honest, I was like, all right, those beats are yours, dude, and like, and then whatever other beats you want.
It's hella funny though, because I sometimes I think about that now too, because it was a whole different like way of doing shit back then, especially like for me, like I was younger than everybody, and like essentially like you guys were like 25, 26, 27. At the time, like coming into it, I was like 17, 18, 19, and then 20. I was still a fucking kid, basically, you know, but I didn't know that back then. You couldn't tell me I wasn't, but now I understand. So I had a different way of doing things, but
oh yeah, no, it was all love, like
but it's funny now to imagine that shit now too, because it's like I pride myself now that I'm very professional and diplomatic and just like straight up taking somebody's beats.
Well, that's why, because
try to like
you sent it to me too. It was because like you had already reached out to me like, hey, like I'd love to work on some music with you, and because I think when we first met, you were just working on projects or songs with Adrian.
Yeah.
And I was just like, oh yeah, dude, like that's dope. He started sending me stuff, and I was like, you guys are making some dope ass stuff. Like you need to work on the album. And he was like, oh yeah, well eventually that's like what it's gonna, you know, get to. And then I had moved from Oakland down to LA, and during that transition, I think you were like, nah, I still need to link up with this dude. So you reached out to me via email, and you're just like, hey dude, like I still want to work with music, on music with you. And I was like, oh, cool. So we had already started that communication when I was just getting set up down there. You surprised me because like all my stuff, like I took my hard drive and everything, and I was like, all right, like yeah, it's gonna start working on some music. So I was like making stuff for you, and then you're like, hey. I remember you were super like, you know, authentic about it and apologetic, but you're like, hey, I kind of like got some beats from you, and I was like, got some beats from me? What do you mean? Like, haven't sent you anything. But at that time, me and Adrian were sharing the computer.
That's right.
And we were all recording off the same thing.
Yeah.
Same devices and all that stuff. So you had access to my beats, and then I think and I was very blatant, like Jaymar and then beats, and so you probably just like boom, boom, boom. But yeah, like obviously, like first impression was like, this motherfucker just
right. I know.
took some beats, but the songs were so amazing. I was just like I couldn't really. It was that bittersweet moment where I was like, it was worth it. Like it was worth you stealing the beat to show me like this is what I can do on your beat, and I was just like, oh, fuck, like that shit's tight, dude. But I mean, I was I was like, what? This was like a beat, and you took like some beats that I was like, I'm saving this shit.
I know.
That shit.
I know.
And like you just had that ear, like this is some hard ass shit. Like I'm gonna take this one, that one, and I was like, damn.
I know,
man. Fun, man. That shit was cool.
Writing rhymes with each other. We had bars with each other. Like that was between like the four of us, Associated Fresh. But yeah, like also I got to work with you too. Like I think that like one thing that was like really crucial for me was being able to work with you as like, oh, here's my producer. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. And to sit down with you and kind of like be a part of that process and see you work and like create things from scratch. Sometimes I'll come to you with an idea too, like, hey, this is the kind of thing I wanted to make.
Well, I think one of the things you liked about me, whether or not you guys ran with the exact concept, but I was named my beats just because I felt like it gave it more life. And then that was one thing I remember when we first started working together, you and Chris both mentioned to me, is like, I like how you name your beats because it shows me a sense of direction, just in case I'm like drawing blank or just like, trying to find the right emotion to put over it. So sometimes you guys would roll with that concept. If I named it something, you would like roll off of that.
Right.
Or sometimes, you wouldn't, you'd create your own thing. But I remember you guys both independently telling me that, and I was like, oh, cool. Like that's cool because it made me feel like somebody who also wrote, and like with my own crew, like Categorical, and just like as like an independent artist, because I was trying to be. That made me feel good because it was just like, oh, I'm like contributing in my own unique little way, just by like giving a random concept to this instrumental. Yeah,
a lot of the instrumentals, they were cooked. They were pretty epic. There was like story to it. So yeah, it was like in a way like I like that's true. It was like the concept was there, and it definitely like gave us like everything we needed to be able to like work it out as MCs too. This was a fucking long ass time ago. This is like almost 20 years later. Sometimes we tell ourselves we're doing one thing for one or another. I know I've had all kinds of crazy ideas in my head about why I was doing it or what I was doing it for, and maybe some of those things don't matter. But, one thing I could say is that this shit has been like crucial to my development as a human, period. That's above all the other things about, what's the purpose or what's the end goal. I don't know.
Yeah.
It's just things that we tell ourselves. But, one thing I want to say is that I always looked up to you. Man, you just were always hella easy to work with. I feel like when I was working with you, I never really got like any pushback. It was almost like you were kind of really good at honing in on who I was and what I was like really trying to do. Yeah. And you really like gave more space to that for me to like really own it and do it,
Yeah, so, I mean, I agree. I think outside of music, that's why that circle of us four, man, we all gravitated towards each other, is because we all, in our own way, had our own approach to music, but just music was our passion. It was just deeper than that. It was like the bond that we had for sure was like, and the bond that we continued to culminate for like so many years was like huge, because it's easy to have a passion and it's easy to find other people that have similar passions, but to find people that like almost like independently understand your struggle because of like the passion you chose and like and how you approach it. Like we were just talking about that earlier, like with Chris, and even with like me and you, how your tenacity and like super duper, especially when you're younger, I mean, not that it's ever stopped, but like your ambition to just always like go after what you want and being the man of action was inspiring to me and motivated me to be like, jump out of my little slumber and like my lackadaisical fucking everyday run-of-the-mill routine, which is I'm very good at, like just getting caught up and pushing things to the back burner. During that time, I needed that push, and it helped me actually create a lot of like this music that we created, and just even like pushed me to work with other people, because I was like, Gigio's out here doing it like 100 miles an hour, you know, and like 100% believing in himself, and not like, you know, so like it was actually a learning experience for me too, like to just put my best foot forward, but also allow you to be who you were, you know what I'm saying, and we're growing into. And yeah, of course I was always trying to be flexible, because I never wanted to kind of like, I think the reason I was like that is because I never wanted anybody to confine me into being a certain type of artist or a certain type of musician, which is literally why I thought of that name for my first group, was categorical, because like the textbook definition of categorical is like absolute, without a shadow of a doubt, you know, like fact, truth, unwavering, and you know, all those other synonyms. That's the connotative definition, but like the denotative definition is like more like categorical, meaning like I'm somebody who categorize myself as like very versatile, and like, you know, not just like being totally enveloped in hip hop, even though that's like what I fucking grew up on and like super duper loved, and that's why I chased that genre of music. But I always wanted my music to be classified as something that could be inter-genre music. They could fit into many different categories at the same time, and not be like categorized, but categorical, meaning like, you know, mixture of like influences and sounds. Because I never wanted anybody to confine me, I guess that's why I approached, you know, my music and friend relationship with like you and Adrian and Chris like the same way. I was like, I'm never gonna tell these people what to do. I'm just gonna provide my sonic landscape for them to like do whatever they want to do.
Yeah.
You know, so like, yeah, if you're like, I'm singing on this, I'm like, well, are we singing on this? Or, you know, like becoming crazy ape shit, like fucking freestyle battle in your face, like then we doing that stuff, you know? Or if you told me you just like, that beat's like not for this album, cool. Like I never took anything personal, just because I never wanted to be treated that way, I guess. So yeah. But that was the coolest part about working with you, is like seeing all the metamorphosis you went through, you know? All your different albums, dude. Like, that was dope.
Well, it's pretty trippy, man. Like, well, I appreciate, first off, hearing you say all those things too. It's like one of those things too, man. Like when we're living it, we're just living it. You know, we're going off of what we have in front of us. We have our impulses. But I really appreciate hearing you put it like that, you know, why you were giving us permission. And, you know, because it was like the freedom of the inspiration and the music of like, you know, we get to choose what we want to say and who we want to be. And it's like, that's the point of it. And so I appreciate, you know, hearing you put it like that, man.
We bring our styles together. This mixture of methods is like a map to buried treasure. A smile on the face of the people is what we're after. How many rappers you know of promoting love, life, and laughter?
What's that? Another bad creation simmering? Associated fresh catch wind of them and silence the crowd like Wimbledon. Send them in full metal jacket, all keep guerrilla war tactics covered in trees. Machete hacksmith with this rap shit. Handcraft a song like a bomb where you can't get with your graffiti hotspot pamphlet. A Ronin in his own right, competition origami fold tight after a glimpse of the FIFO mic.
It's been a lot of history, 2007 to 2025, and it's been a minute.
Our friendship and relationship has finally become of age.
Yeah.
18 years in the making.
Yep, 18 years in the making. So now, you know,
got to break out.
We can't kick it all day. Like we used to just really kick it all day, every day. All we had to work on and all we worked on was the music. But you know, now, you know, my boy, he's still making beats. Of course he is. Why wouldn't he be, you know?
For the love of it.
You know what I'm saying?
For the love. If you don't love it, then just stop. There ain't nothing bad about stopping, but one thing about me is like I just make beats to get out my creative side. And I like to do other things and be creative too, like work on my house and figure out how I want to do that. Or like Gigio pulled up and I was working on my car. Because I like, you know, it's like any way I can be artistic. But this is always going to be like my go-to. It's my original outlet. It was a way for me to escape my reality in my situation as a child, and like I gravitated towards it.
But I guess this is just really like how we work best. Gotta pull up on you, That's what time. But look, that's what life does though.
Yeah.
After a while, it's hard to keep up with people. You can't keep up with people after a while, man.
Not everybody all the time.
I had to pull up on my boy, and we will see. I mean, the story continues. The beat goes on,
Hell yeah.
as they say. Getting some beats here today, and we'll see where it goes from this point. We'll fucking come back to this and see what happens in the future. All right.
Yeah.
Well, shit, Jaymar, any last words here?
My current mantra for life right now is honestly just taking it one day at a time, but like making every day count, right? Making every day matter. Not that any day is more special than the last day. Living in the present. I'm learning to live in the present, and I think I've been told that many times, read about it, but actually doing it and living it every day, I think it's the most powerful emotion you can have when you wake up, is being in the moment and intending to live and maintain in the moment until you shut your eyes and hopefully wake up the next day. Learn from the past but don't dwell on it. Seek the future but don't like depend on it. Really just treat the present like as important as you should. You know what I mean? Anything can happen any moment, any second, minute, or hour. It's good to have like itinerary and goals and tasks and objectives. Blood, sweat, and tears are dropped for it, and then you eventually hopefully finish it. It comes from that old saying, it's like, what do you put all your effort into? Do you put your effort into the prize? Do you put your effort into the journey? And if you would ask me when I was younger, it was all about the prize.
Yeah.
I was like, what am I doing all this for? I'm doing it for that. And then, I think it just comes with maturity and age, but like, I see what all my elders were talking about is like, of course we all looking at that bright light at the end of the tunnel or that shiny object that we want or whatever, but it was really, really, really like all the small things. It was the journey that made it all worth it. You know what I mean? As cliche as it sounds, that's like my biggest takeaway, and what I think I would want to share with everybody is like, the present is like so important, and until you actually like practice it every day, you won't reap the benefits of it.
Yeah, I appreciate that. That's real life game from a real life human. Because at the end of the day, it's like, you know what? That's our credit to ourselves of like, what makes me a real artist? I'm a real human, and I live a real fucking life. And Jaymar's, he's a real man. He lives a real life, and he does real things. So, of course, if you give him some real music equipment and some real shit, he's gonna make some real music. That's how we do it. All right, and on that note, Associated Fresh.
Oh man, thank you for coming up here, dude. I really do appreciate that, man.
Yes, I.